I started listening to you a long time ago, but about 4 months ago, I got an email and I read something about, listened to it, YouTube, and it really affected me because it reminded me, I guess I needed to be reminded that I am source energy. And when I looked at it, it actually made me cry. And so that's why I said, I guess I should start listening to more of the YouTubes, because, I believe that, when the teacher will appear when you need it. And so,
well, there's a saying that you say very well, that when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive. And that's what we're talking about. Your readiness is that receiving mode, isn't it? Because the teacher or the answer or the source energy or whatever you want to call it is always expressing to you. The revelation is always being offered. But your readiness is necessary or you don't let it in. So that's what you're just saying. I somehow got ready to hear what has been steadily coming, and I felt great relief when I let it in. That's what the tears were about. I felt relief.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this spirituality thing for most of my life.
Yeah.
And I know that my vortex is loaded.
Yeah.
with capabilities and potentials and creativeness. Everything is there.
Big time, enough to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes.
And so I'm at this point now. I mean, I asked for in my life to be a little bit less stressful and to be more settled so that I could spend more time meditating and figuring out what's happening with my life and in my vortex. And so now that I have all of this stuff that's in there, and I know that it's fully loaded, that I want to know
something pretty brilliant about what you're saying, because what you just said is, so now what I'm asking for is for myself to be in the receiving mode. I accept that I've done all the other asking, and I accept that it's all lined up. Now, what I'm focused on, what I'm asking for, is guidance to be more in the receiving mode and more consciously aware of it.
Yes. Yeah,
sort of puts the last piece in place, doesn't it?
Yes.
Puts the last piece in place.
Because, that's what it was about. I have all of this stuff, and the question was, what am I supposed to do with it now?
Savor it, enjoy it, increase it, ask for more of it, acknowledge it, know it when you see it, devour it, speak about it if you feel inspired to. What am I supposed to do with what?
With everything that I have in my vortex. I have all these capabilities and everything there, and I believe I've gone from thinking that, anything is possible to everything is likely.
Good. So we're going to ask you a question. So what are you thinking about when you think of something that's in your vortex that now it's time for you to do something with it? You're ready to take the next step about what? For example?
For example, to actually speak and actually to share what I have, or share what I'm collecting, and share what I've known and experienced.
Like now?
That would be good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You experienced it. What you said to us, we're going to say it back to you in another way because we want to get your attention about it. You've been asking and maybe not quite letting it in, and then all of a sudden you received something, you watched it, you felt differently about it, and you let it in. That's just how it happens. And so in the same way that experience came and it felt inspired and you felt well-being as a result of it, felt progressive and beneficial and productive, so to speak. So this is the way everything that is important to you along your path that you just asked for will come to you.
It's coming so fast. So many different revelations all the time, and so many different explanations about
all right,
how
now what
things
we're hearing
work.
just a little bit is, instead of satisfaction about that, a tiny little bit of overwhelmment. It's coming so fast. Did you mean too fast?
No, I mean so fast that I feel that I'm not letting it go, not spreading it as fast as I should be fasting it.
So fast that I'm beating up on myself a little bit, like maybe I'm not doing something right. And is that satisfaction or dissatisfaction?
Well, that's a dissatisfaction.
So make it satisfied. I'm getting a lot of it, and I'm following with some things, And I'm getting better and better at this. And I really know the difference between satisfaction and dissatisfaction. And I can slow this down enough to pay attention. And I don't need to make it all happen at once, because the universe is infinitely patient, because we all have eternity. The universe is so patient, not trying to get anything to happen this red hot minute. It's just all for our satisfaction. It's all for our acknowledging our ability to create and to co-create with source energy for the upliftment of all.
And I think that's a part of, I was feeling a bit guilty, because I have all of this stuff, and I hadn't been spreading it or letting everyone else know that, hey, this is what the universe is about, and then I have it and I understand it.
But you see, you teach through the clarity of your example. So when you radiate like that, we want to put a question to you. We'll probably answer it before we let you. But we want the question to be active in your mind so that this all unfolds in this meaningful way for you. Do you accept that your inner being is aware of you and flowing to you at all times?
Yes.
That the revelations are being offered. You just have to be the realizer of the revelations.
Yes.
In other words, that makes sense to you.
Yes.
And do you believe that everyone else has an inner being who's doing the same thing?
Yes.
So if they've got source energy focused upon them and flowing to them, and they're not getting it, why are you trying to take responsibility? Do you really think that you should be able to get out there and thank you for the hard work, do it in a way that they're not getting it from their own inner being? Or do you think that you can live through the clarity of your example, the abundance that you are figuring out how to let into your experience, the abundance of all things, clarity and intuition and stability and great timing and living happily ever after, and through the beautiful clarity of your example, that others may gravitate to you and catch on just by acknowledging what you're doing?
Yeah, I believe that. Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any deficiency on your part? Or do you want to step forward and say it in a way that they can hear it from you when they're not hearing it from their inner being?
No.
So that somebody will thank you for the hard work.
No, that's not it. No. I've already seen that, because I mean, a long time ago, 40 years ago, I went on this tour around the country, 9,000 miles, stumping for the coming revolution in higher consciousness. And here it is. I see it. And so I saw the process, saw what I did, and I see the results of it now. I'm not expecting any accolades or pats on the back for it. I enjoyed seeing it, the story that it happened.
Those accolades or pats on the back come because you rendezvous with a thought that your inner being is thinking about same thing at same time, and you feel the exhilaration that your inner being is feeling. Positive emotion from satisfaction all the way to that ecstasy, that is the accolade that comes, because that's what your inner being is revealing to you. And when you meet up with that and find that vibrational mutuality, and then you feel that feeling of yes, that feeling of progressiveness, that feeling of all is wellness, that feeling of right place, right time, that's what that is. There is a thing that gets out of whack with so many humans that goes sort of like this. I want to get enlightened so that I can help others get enlightened. I want to discover the path so that I can lead others to the path. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that intention. You put that into your vortex. But you might want to add to that, I love finding my path. And through the clarity of my example of my finding my path, I'd like them to find their path. But I don't want to define what their path is. I don't want to even have an opinion about what their path is. I want to be like their inner being who is reveling in what they've carved out and in their ability to find alignment with what they've carved out.
I think I've gotten to that point where I accepted
sure.
everyone. I mean, and I know that everyone's different, and I accept everyone for what they are, the path they're on, because I know that we're all different.
And so what is the little piece of dissatisfaction? Can you verbalize it? I'm living so well. Is this true? The weller I live, the more I wish it for all. The more I revel in the deliciousness of connection and life and source and creativity, the more I want it for everyone. And I want it so much for some of them that won't let it in. And we say, sounds like a little dissatisfaction to us. You're not really mimicking their inner being, because you know what? Your inner being never wants something for you that you're not letting in, so much that your inner being feels even the slightest twinge of dissatisfaction. Your inner being never goes there. That's why the light's always on for you. So why would you go there for others who haven't found their way? Their own inner being won't do it. Let's think about mutuality. So let's say someone is struggling and suffering in whatever way, and their inner being is here. And you're here with your inner being. And you notice them struggling and suffering, but you're so under the influence of your inner being that they don't look like they're struggling and suffering. They look like they're asking, and you know it'll be given. They look like they're in the process of evolution, and you know that's a wonderful thing. They look like the contrast is serving them, and you like that, just like their inner being. But let's say, for whatever reason, you listen extra carefully to their plea for relief, and you hear their suffering, and you get focused on it. So in your attention to their suffering, you hear them, and you're there for them. But now you don't have anything to give them. You've achieved mutuality with them, and you can commiserate with them, but you can't uplift them, can't really help them. Now, you might just be having a step one moment, and you might bounce right back. But the important thing is that you are aware of when you're in your power, that you are aware of when you are under the influence. And when you let yourself determine neediness in another, you're focused with them on their problem, not with them on their solution. And that's why it doesn't feel good, because you're out there on the raw and ragged edge without the resources of replenishment and clarity and good timing that you have when you're in concert with your inner being. We know it makes sense. We know you live it all the time. Want to say it in another way? And we'll say it in another way.
No, I heard it before about, the difference when you just talked to the previous gentleman about suffering in the world and knowing the difference between sympathy and compassion. And I think that I am compassionate, but I think sometimes I fall down or I lower myself to the sympathy part where I'm commiserating and not in the compassionate mode.
We think you're doing extremely well, and sometimes you and lots of others fall into this place, and we think it was so appropriate that Esther saw that sign on that whiteboard. So you fall into that place where you feel guilty that you're not doing the hard work. Alignment is easy work. Loving is easy. It's hating that's hard. Good timing is easy. It's being off in your timing that's hard. Ease and flow is easy. It's struggle that's hard. So sometimes you see others struggling and you feel guilty because you're not struggling, because that's kind of the way your world has been operating. We need hard workers, so we got to praise them when they work hard and give them some sort of satisfaction when they work hard, give them some sort of mark on some chart for working hard and suffering. And we want to say, but their inner beings are not doing that. You want to mimic their inner beings. Yeah?
Okay. Got it.
That's the piece for you.
Yes.
Stop feeling guilty about doing so good. We've enjoyed this interaction more than any words can explain to you. But since you've been in the vortex and in the vicinity of the vortex with us, you've had the feeling of a lot of this. We've had so much fun and so much clarity together, and collectively have taken thought beyond that which it has ever been before. And your vantage point of life is forever altered. Your ratio of alignment has shifted. Your point of attraction has shifted significantly because of your vibrational and physical senses observation about what's been going on here. There's no homework, and there's nothing that we're asking you to do so differently than what you've been doing, other than caring more about your personal satisfaction. And that's the key that we promise you with everything that we are, and we are everything, will lead you to everything that is in your vortex. You are magnificent creators. We have never seen a more magnificent collection of vortexual material than that which you have shined a spotlight on here today. You are powerful creators. Your desire is strong, and your vibrational proximity to it is impressive, which lets us know that good times are coming for you, even better than you have been living.